Cyber Essentials is a great way for your business to start its cybersecurity journey. But there are a number of key things that aren't included within the Cyber Essentials framework. And in this video, we're going to talk all about them. But before we start, a quick introduction. My name is Jonathan Edwards and I'm a business IT consultant from Yorkshire in the UK. My IT company is called Integral IT and we help businesses of all sizes with their IT support, the cyber security and the cyber essentials. I absolutely love cyber essentials. Why? Well, we're in a unique time at the moment where so many businesses, large businesses, small businesses, are getting hacked. When your business gets hacked, it loses time, it loses money, and it loses reputation. We've got to do something to fight back against these hackers. There's so much advice out there on the internet. You might listen to somebody who says you need to implement this or implement this and you'll be secure. And then someone else might tell you something completely different. So what is the best advice? Well, I think it helps to follow a framework, a basic cybersecurity framework. And that is really what Cyber Essentials is. The key word when I talk about Cyber Essentials is the word essentials. So what does essentials mean? Well, it means the basics, the essentials, the absolute minimum that you have to have in place. If your business passes the Cyber Essentials accreditation, it doesn't mean you've got a bulletproof IT system in place and you'll never get hacked. It means you have the absolute minimum in place, the basics. Now, in my role as the owner of an IT company, I see a lot of computer networks and a lot of small businesses can't even achieve the Cyber Essentials framework. Cybersecurity still isn't a thing. So if they go through the Cyber Essentials framework and pass it, it's a vast improvement of where they are today. But although I love the Cyber Essentials framework, there are a few factors that aren't included in it. And in this video, I'm going to talk about those factors. The first factor that isn't included in the Cyber Essentials framework is backup and recovery. So I'm sure we can all agree that you need to back up your company data. Do you think that's important? Yes, it absolutely is. Now, if you suffer a cyber attack, say a ransomware attack, that will mean that the cyber criminal has encrypted all of your data and you can't get it back. So what is the best way to recover from that? Well, it's to restore your data from a backup. But backing up your data isn't part of the Cyber Essentials framework. Now, before January 2022, backup wasn't even mentioned in the Cyber Essentials framework. Now, as I record this video, backup is listed as an advisory. It advises you to do it. So that basically means that you might not have a backup in place, but you can still pass the Cyber Essentials framework. That doesn't sound great to me. The second item that isn't listed in the Cyber Essentials framework is two-factor authentication. Now, if you have two-factor authentication enabled on your cloud applications, you can reduce the chances of a hack by 99%. I'm sure we can all agree that it makes sense to enable 2FA. And I'm sure you're thinking, it must be part of the Cyber Essentials framework. Well, no, it's not. As I'm recording this video, you having two-factor authentication enabled on your accounts isn't going to be mandatory until January 2023. At the moment, the Cyber Essentials framework dictates that any administrators need to have 2FA enabled, but any normal user accounts don't. So once again, all of your users could have multi-factor authentication disabled on something like Microsoft 365 and you could still achieve Cyber Essentials accreditation. The third item that isn't listed in the Cyber Essentials framework is cyber awareness training. The weakest part of your cybersecurity are the people who are using the computers, your team members, your employees. They're the ones who unfortunately make the mistakes that let cyber criminals in. Now, it's not their fault. They've just never been trained in how to deal with basic cyber threats. Again, we live in this age where cybercrime's pretty new and our knowledge hasn't caught up with it. So everybody needs cyber awareness training. You need little nuggets of cyber awareness training to teach them things like how to spot a dodgy email, or what to do if someone rings up and is asking for personal information. That is really essential in your cybersecurity journey. But again, it's not listed as part of the Cyber Essentials framework. The fourth item that isn't listed in the Cyber Essentials framework is email security. Now, lots of cyber attacks they start from emails. Someone might send one of your team members a dodgy email asking them to click on a link. When they click on the link, they might enter the Microsoft 365 password by accident, and then the cyber criminal has their information. They can log into their email and then they can look at ways of how to steal email. Or that link that someone gets might install malware on their computer. A lot of the attacks originate from this way. Whatever it is, securing your email system is one of the best recommendations that I give to clients. A secure email system will stop lots of those dodgy emails getting through to people's outlooks. And those dodgy emails that do slip through the net, well, everybody's done cyber awareness training, so they know how to combat it. But again, email security isn't part of the Cyber Essentials framework, but you need it in place. So there you have it. There's my 4 top things that aren't part of the Cyber Essentials framework. You can have none of these items in your business and still achieve Cyber Essentials accreditation. I started off this video by saying how much I love Cyber Essentials, and I really do. But going on your Cyber Essentials journey is just the start. Achieve Cyber Essentials and then build on it and keep building on it to make your business cyber secure. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you again soon.